Hi, Steve Hart here. I want to answer a question that's been presented to me by numerous people. And after seeing some of my posts and hearing some of the things I've shared from my heart about what's going on with the world today and exposing some of the corruption, people are saying, "What am I supposed to do? What can we really do about this?" Well, I believe that there is something you can do about it, and I want to share what that is. And things that I've been doing. And so it starts off by first seeking the truth with an open heart and an open mind. Now, that's the key to it. I mean, it's one thing to want to know what the truth is. It's another thing to do it with an open heart and open mind. It's not always easy to do that because we have been programmed to accept the first thing that we hear, or the first things we've been taught as a child or as a teenager or as a young adult, whatever the truth is that we've been taught, to accept that as the truth and to not question it. And I'm going to tell you that if you really want to know what the truth is, you have to continue to seek what the truth is with an open heart and mind, because like I say, we've been programmed to accept what is true, and sometimes we get stuck. So, do the seeking. Now, there's four things I'm going to be sharing with you here, and all four of them have to be done at the same time. So, whatever truth you come up with at the moment, in the now moment, then next thing you have to do is take a stand with that truth, whatever it is, be it true or not. You need to learn to take a stand on what it is that you believe. And the reason why is because when you don't take a stand, you're just stuck in between two different point of views, or you become like a boat on a river without a rudder, as they say. You don't have your will direction to be able to take you. And it's when you take a stand that you begin to get clear about what your truth is. And I'll explain a little bit more about that in a second. The third thing that you need to do is to speak your truth. So once you have sought the truth, you take a stand, you begin to speak your truth and share it with other people. We've been taught in our society you can have your beliefs, but to be quiet and not share them, not ruffle feathers, not to get people upset by sharing your truth. Now, I'm not encouraging you to upset people. I'm not encouraging you to ruffle people's feathers. I'm just saying speak your truth. Because what happens is when we speak our truth and we hear ourselves saying what we believe, we either get confirmation from our heart and our mind as to whether or not that's true or not. But if we hold it in silence, and just as a thought pattern, then often we are not challenged by speaking our truth. So if I speak my truth with a friend of mine or a group of people, and they question me, I have to ask myself, is that true? And be able to come up with an answer as to why it is I believe what I believe. So it's important to speak your truth. The fourth thing, at the same time of doing all these three, the fourth one is to learn to align yourself with other people. So when you hear somebody speaking the truth, or your truth, or whatever that may be, then take a stand with them, align yourself with them, and don't sit there quietly. If someone is exposing something and you know that it's true, or you feel within your heart that it's a true statement, then let them know that you agree with them. Speak your truth. Come together. Now, let me define something here. You notice you're hearing me saying your truth. And the reason I say it that way is because we don't always know what the truth is. We want to know what the truth is, but we don't always know. So there's an evolution of thought as we come into the truth. What I used to believe in my 20s and what I used to believe in my 30s, and as I've gotten older, that my truth has changed. And it's been a challenge for me to open myself up to go through an evolution of thought and allow my heart to open up to what is the truth. So what I mean by that is your truth is whatever it is in this now moment. It may not be the same tomorrow or the next week or the next month, because your truth may change because you get new data, new information about what we think is truth. Now, we all want to know what the absolute truth is, but we're limited with these minds and being in physical form as to what it is that we can understand and conceive or receive and accept as truth. Now, it reminds me of the scene from A Few Good Men where, what's his name? I forget the actor's name, where he's asked I want to know the truth, and he says, no. He says, you can't handle the truth. Jack Nicholson, I'm referring to. And he says that when he's in a court situation and he's defending himself, you can't handle the truth because they want to know the truth. Well, there's some truth to that. Sometimes we can't handle the truth. We're so afraid of knowing what the truth is that if we knew the truth, it would really upset everybody and ourselves. But I'm asking you to prepare yourself, to open yourself up so you can handle the truth. And the reason why I'm saying that is because the truth is being revealed more so today than ever before. The veil that's been covered over our faces is being pulled away. And you're going to hear more and more about the truth of what is and how this world is being ran than ever before. Now, you say, well, who's been doing that? Well, I'll just put it this way. There is an elite group of people who are in a position where they want to rule the world. They want to rule their world. They want to rule your world. It's not just about money. It's about rulership. They see themselves as being different. Now, they do use money, and they have corrupted the money system. They've corrupted the political system. They've corrupted our work ethics, everything that they have done to control us so that they continue to rule. The number one tactic that they've used is to cause separation and disunity or disharmony. They have got us to take sides against each other. So they introduce concepts or programs within our society to separate us out. Be it male against female, Republicans against Democrats, the working society class versus the non-working class, and the educated and the uneducated. It's just amazing how they have learned. We've allowed them to separate us, and they have learned to control us through this tactic. What I'm going to also encourage you to do, besides these 4 steps of seeking the truth, taking a stand, speak your truth, and align yourself with others, and that is to focus upon what you agree with others instead of your differences. So begin to find some unity and harmony with others, with other people, instead of focusing on the differences. We all have our differences, and I understand that. But let's back up and ask us, what is it I agree with that person? What is it that you can find that you can agree with that person? So, it may just be happiness. It may be freedom. It may be an opportunity to do the work that you want to do. To be able to prosper, to thrive. These are natural human desires, and most of all of us share those common belief systems. And if you can find that within every other individual you come in contact with, then focus upon that. If you can't, then walk away. So the reason I'm sharing all this right now is because I believe in the next month you're going to begin to see some mass confusion here in America. Now, it's already started. I mean, I can point out things that have happened in the last few years where people are scratching their heads and going, I don't understand it. This is getting ridiculous. And it is. It's absurd. And through this absurdity, a lot of people are asking a lot of questions. And this is why it's happening. Because when there's so much corruption as we're experiencing today, what's happening in the world today, eventually it decays and the truth comes forth. And as it crumbles, this mass confusion sets in, because what we used to think or what we thought was true is not true. And so it causes us to go through, in our minds, this confusion. But don't be afraid of this. Don't be afraid of the confusion, even though it can be very scary because you don't know what to believe in. But believe in the divine nature within yourself of who you are, that you are a sovereign being and you have your rights to express yourself, to know the truth, and to experience life with great happiness and joy. I believe you have that available to you, even right now, in the midst of all this confusion that's coming. So, be aware that this confusion is going to come, and the veil is going to be pulled away. You're going to see things and hear things that are almost unbelievable, and this whole corruption is going to begin to collapse. And it has to collapse so that we can begin to bring birth and bring back true freedom and sovereignty within our country. That we are ruled by a republic, not just a democracy, but a republic, a rule of law, and a law that we can all live under, for example, our Constitution. So I'm sharing all this with you because people are asking me, what am I supposed to do? Well, those are the few things that I'm telling you that you need to do. As to what's going to happen, people are saying, what is going to happen? Well, I've looked at my crystal ball, and you know what? It's unclear as to what's going to happen. You know why? Because as this all begins to happen, as this mass confusion sets in, what is going to happen, it will be up to you and I. We get to decide what's going to be happening. Now, I know that in the end, it's all going to come out in our favor, because the truth has a way of doing that, as long as we keep our hearts and our minds open to receive what is there. So I hope this has helped you to understand, if you can seek the truth with an open mind and heart, take a stand, speak your truth, align yourself with others, and focus upon those things that you agree with, not the differences that you have with people, but the things you agree with one another. And we will be able to move through this, and it will come much clearer, and clarity will be given to us, and we'll be able to live in harmony. So know that you are loved, and I appreciate you. God bless. Namaste.